Welcome to my 22-week or week 22 pregnancy update. I am now 23 weeks and 2 days pregnant, and we are really getting towards the end of the second trimester, which blows my mind. And it's really exciting. Things are really still going well for the most part. I really don't have many complaints. I don't have any stretch marks yet. I was kind of expecting to have some more like varicose veins, because even the year leading up to before getting pregnant, I started to get like little veins, like nothing crazy, but I just assumed like those would get really bad during pregnancy, and yeah, there's still time to go, but I'm thankful that they haven't gotten worse yet, so hopefully that's a good sign. I've been lathering on like the oils and lotions and stuff, just trying to do things to, you know, just help. I know it's genetic, and so there's not really much I can do to prevent it in that sense, but you know, just keeping my skin healthy, because why not? My hair, I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like it's just kind of getting out of control. Like volume wise, I definitely need to get a trim for sure, but you know, pregnancy is doing some good things for my hair right now, so I'm digging it. What else? My belly button, so it's definitely stretching. I've never had it pierced or anything, which I'm glad, because I hear just horror stories of people who did and now are pregnant and are watching their belly button stretch. So mine is stretching. It has not popped yet, but it's just kind of funny to like see. I bet probably like a month it'll pop. I don't know, we'll see. It's just funny. It's just funny how I can kind of like see the parts that have normally been more in there. So that's kind of weird. Let's see, I have more notes on my phone. Let me look. That's probably, yeah. Other body changes. So I've been noticing this week, especially when I get up after I've been sitting for a while, like I just have like these, I wouldn't really call them cramps, but just like pulling, stretching like right below my ribs. And that's different. And it doesn't really, I don't want to say it hurts. It's uncomfortable, but it's mostly just like an awkward feeling, because I've never really had like pains or stretching in that area, so that's new. I have also been struggling with sciatica still. It's been a pain in the butt, literally. My Nana shared some stretches with me, and she was telling me how her doctor really recommended like a special technique of getting in and out of bed, because that's like a really important thing to just be mindful of. And so I've been trying to be more mindful of how I'm like hopping in and out of bed, but our bed is kind of high, so I have to sort of jump up. I can't just like keep both feet on the floor and then lay back and roll, and so I can't be as careful as I probably should be getting in and out of bed a billion times a night. But I'm just trying to move slower, just like take care of my body in that way, just not overdo it. But it has been a bummer, because I've been really wanting to go to the gym like on a regular basis, but I just had to listen to my body this week and just take the whole week off. I had planned to go like I'd say I was gonna go one day, and then after work and like 5 o'clock would roll around and I'd be like, no, I think I need another day. And I just did that all week long. So today's Saturday, and I finally went back this morning, and I just did 20 minutes on the arc trainer, 5 minutes of like the row machine, and then 5 minutes on the stairmaster. And all of it, I did it like pretty slow pace, like not much intensity whatsoever. But it just felt good to get moving. So I just need to remember, I'm not going to the gym to like get in a killer workout. I'm just going there to get moving, make sure the muscles that I'm not using regularly are still getting some action. So it's just a different mindset, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, it's just the most important thing right now is just to take care of my body, and it's doing a lot right now, and I can't underestimate the things that it's doing that I can't even see. So just trying to, you know, keep it low-key, and soon enough I'll be back being able to run and lift heavier weights, and hopefully I'll feel like my normal self once I'm in the postpartum phase. We'll see. What other things symptom wise? Oh, so probably the strangest like pregnancy symptom that's happened so far. About like halfway through the halfway through week 22, like my nipples started to feel like super sensitive and just like not like they hurt, but just like super sensitive, which was just odd because my boobs haven't hurt since like halfway through the first trimester. So that was odd. And then I noticed that I was like leaking a little bit. So that was a little like strange. It's like nothing crazy. Like I don't have to put like pads in my bras or anything like that, but I'm like, okay, well, this part of my body is trying to catch up and like it's trying to prepare. So that's exciting, but it's also very weird. But at the same time, as weird as it is, it did make me a little excited because just like nursing has been something that has been on my mind a lot lately. I've been doing some research and just trying to learn more about it and just kind of prepare myself mentally for what it might be like, because I have no idea. And it's something that's really important to me. And obviously it's been on my mind a lot because I've been having these like crazy dreams that involve it, which is so strange. But I don't know, it's just been something that I like throughout this whole pregnancy. It's just one of those things that I'm just praying works out well once the baby's here. It's just really important to me, and I don't want to be hyper focused on it. And you know, I know that if I have to resort to formula or anything like that, like the baby will still be healthy. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just really passionate about exclusively breastfeeding for as long as I can. And then when I go back to work, you know, having a supply of breast milk that he can drink. And then I don't know, it's something that I want to try my best to do. I don't want to be over the top, and I don't want to be like not open to any other things, because ultimately I'm going to do what's best for the baby. But it's just something that I've just been really like focused on, and so I'm just really hoping that it all works out for the best. And I know it will, no matter what happens and no matter how he gets his nutrients. But it's just a big thing that's been on my mind, especially now with the body changes. So I'm still yet to have any like weird food cravings. My appetite's been pretty good. I've really haven't had any aversions to anything. The only strange aversion that I really can't really imagine the idea of stomaching right now is something so weird. So I think they're like Bird's Eye steamables. Like they have like the vegetable steamable bags. But before I got pregnant, they had like these lentil pastas, and there was like a cheddar cheese sauce lentil pasta steamable bag thing. And I was like hooked on that thing. I would eat it like every week. And I have some in the freezer still, but I don't know what it is. I think maybe that might have been one of the last meals that I had before I started feeling really gross in my first trimester. But I just cannot bring myself to think about eating those. Like, and it's nothing weird. Like I can eat normal pasta with cheese sauce. Like that's fine. That sounds good. But I don't know why these like lentil pasta things just sound disgusting right now. So that's weird. I have been starting to drink coffee again. For a long time that did not sound good at all. And then even when it did sound better, I didn't crave it. Like I didn't really feel like I wanted it. So I would have it maybe once a week or so. But recently I probably had it just about every day this past week. I actually didn't have any today, which is weird. But I have been having just like put a K-cup in the machine and do like the biggest size and call it good, putting some like creamer in it and some stevia, and it's been good, like to wake me up partially. But then also like I feel like it helps to keep things flowing in like regular TMI. So yeah, you know, back on that coffee train. Not addicted by any means, but tastes good again, which is nice. one other thing that I've been loving lately, it's totally random, is like a kind of like a salad type thing, but not really a salad. It just has like cherry tomatoes, cut up cucumber, cut up avocado, sprinkle some lemon juice on it, and then salt and pepper. Call it good. So that has been amazing. I don't really even know why I thought of putting all those things together, but I did like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and I've been having it consistently like for lunch and stuff. I might even have that for lunch after I wrap this up. So sounds really good. It's just refreshing. Like lettuce is just so blah, but I'm trying to find like creative ways to get vegetables in, creative ways to get like just nutrients in, because I mean, if all I could eat is like carbs, I would totally do that, but that doesn't make me feel the best. So if I can find good ways to get in like healthy foods, I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna eat it until I get sick of it. So that is the, I don't know, I guess the only kind of craving I've had. Like, and I don't even crave it. It's not like I think of it and I'm just like mouth watering and I like need it right now. Like nothing crazy like that. Yeah, that's about it for food. I'm kind of surprised. Like I kind of expected to have like crazy cravings and like have something come to mind and just like be desperate to have it. And sure, I still have a couple months to go, that could happen, but right now, like I feel like my appetite's pretty much what it was before I got pregnant. So I'm very grateful for that, because I thought like during the first trimester when I just felt gross, I thought like I would never be able to eat like good healthy foods, normal meals, things like that for the entire pregnancy. I just like had no sense of hope, but things have turned around and I'm just trying to make the most of it while I can. I'm very curious how things are going to go in the 3rd trimester. I mean, for the most part, like I really haven't had many complaints this whole pregnancy, so I don't really have any reason to feel like the 3rd trimester is really going to be that much of a struggle. But at the same time, like I'm kind of bracing myself. Like I don't know, even now that we're getting towards the end of the 2nd trimester, like I still have a good amount of energy, but I get tired a lot quicker. So I'm just curious like how I'm gonna hold up, especially when I get bigger, because I feel pretty big right now and I feel like baby's pushing up into my lungs like a lot more lately. Speaking of that, when I was driving into work yesterday, actually, it was the strangest thing. I didn't feel lightheaded. I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out or anything, but it was like I just felt like I wasn't getting enough oxygen. It was so strange. I had like a belt on with my sweater, and then I had a jacket on that had like a belt, and they weren't tight by any means, but I think just the way I was sitting in the car, kind of like slouched over, it was just kind of like cutting off like right at my ribs. And so I was getting on the highway and I was like, I gotta like do something, like I can't drive to work all like this. So I like undid the belt, untied my jacket, I like turned on the AC, and I was just like, what is wrong with me? And then finally it occurred to me to like kind of sit up more and like just kind of like let the oxygen fill my lungs a little bit better. And I felt a lot better after I started doing that, but I'm definitely noticing like things are really getting pushed up, and my belly is definitely growing a lot. I don't think there's any question anymore that I'm pregnant or not. So hopefully most of this weight gain will stay in my belly. And another reason I'm just focusing on trying to be active when I can and eat good when I can is just because I don't want to gain too much weight. So I'm gonna start weighing myself weekly on Thursdays. So this Thursday I weighed in again on the scale at home with nothing, and I weighed in at 150. So I mean, when I weighed at the doctor the week before, I had clothes on, weighed in at 150. So I probably gained a little bit of weight this past week, but nothing crazy. So I felt good about that. So I'm just gonna keep just monitoring it, because just want to be mindful. I don't want to be over the top, but just be cautious because I feel like I've done pretty well so far. I've gained weight pretty steadily this whole time, but I don't want to go crazy in this last half of pregnancy and regret it in a matter of months. So that is that. I don't think I have anything else to share pregnancy update wise, but I have a growing bump to share, so I will do that now.